the first night we stayed in it together, it rained and all the windows leaked.
Oh god.
So had to seal all that. And I basically did stuff that I had around the house, stuff we had on hand. It took us about a month or two.
That was working full time. So we were both working and then we'd work on evenings and weekends. So very simplistic build. This is the newest feature. We just originally started with 2 of our bus seats and faced one the opposite way. So then we had a portable table in between. We had the opportunity to stay at Texas Tiny Houses in Luling, Texas, and use all salvage material. So these are like 1800s flooring, cabinetry. We built in a live edge cedar table, which is lovely. We can just sit on the floor and have a nice dinner, set up the laptop if we want to lay down, watch some TV. And then usually our bed sits here as a couch, but we wanted to show off this beautiful wood flooring that we have as well.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah, we had the chance to stay at Texas Tiny Homes, and he builds tiny homes out of salvage materials. So materials from it had a lot of old hotels or like fancy old houses that people are tearing down, and he has a warehouse of all the material, and he helped us to let us use his tools and equipment in his warehouse. So yeah, we got to have a closet, and we had been living with our clothes in bags for the last year.
Sitting right there.
It's so nice. It's so nice, and to have this wood that was once alive to just bring some life into the place and some color.
Where is it that you guys sleep?
We either hang a hammock from front to back, a double hammock, or we have a tri-fold 3-inch memory foam mattress that serves as a couch, which we can also lay on the ground depending on how we're feeling each day. Yeah, so this window seat is actually an expandable, that it works better when I didn't stuff it full of clothing and blankets underneath. And then it will sit out, so it will hold the full length of our mattress, so we can really lounge out.
The other thing we did with all this salvage wood is we just sanded it down, and we left some of the original paint on it because we liked the color, and then we hemp oiled it, the whole thing with hemp oil, to bring out a lot of the natural grains, and it made it kind of brighten and freshened everything up a lot.
Most of our space is actually kitchen. We're very much foodies at heart. We're plant-based, so we eat a lot of vegetables and plants. So coming out here to Quartzsite, we knew the options were limited, so we're stocked up a little bit more in produce than we normally are. And then I love to cook, so all of the shoe racks are actually spices and cooking materials. And then our kitchen was a great find. We got it off of Academy Sports. It's an outdoor kitchen set up, and so it's got the 20-gallon propane tank holder underneath, and then it's a water hookup in the back, so garden hose hookup. So I used silicone tubings with a garden hose extension to be able to run, and we've got a 20-gallon tank underneath.
And then do you have a water pump as well?
We do the foot pump. So that really saves us on energy and water use, because we only get about a quarter cup at a time. The Vitrifrigo, which is used a lot in sailing companies, it's the same as the Domenica and the Norcold. It's got the Dan Frost compressor, but it's about a third of the price. And so this one, it will go to freezing, but it's only 1 unit. So it's all together is the same temperature inside and out.
So you're using it as a refrigerator?
It's refrigerator right now.
Another cool thing about our kitchen we had is we put in a little shelf. I'll usually be out here chopping the vegetables, and Sunshine stands up in there and cooking.
And I really like the hardware.
They were antique hinges. Yeah, we had cleaned them up. They were, came off some salvage doors. This whole unit can come outside, so we've stayed with big groups. And Sunshine has cooked for 25 people outside or more people.
So this is just modular, so you can take that whole unit outside?
Yes.
That is super cool. Oh, and I will say, just standing in your rig right now, it's very cushy. Like, it's underneath my feet right now.
Yeah.
And I just went down on my knee for a second. And so what kind of padding did you use on the
We
floor?
actually have, we do acro yoga, partner yoga, so like tumbling padding. It fits together. The puzzle piece padding. It's like an inch thick of foam cushioning. And then just the carpeting over top of that. We actually had the carpet was donated by a friend as well. So.
Do you do some of the yoga in here?
We do. The weather's not cooperative. We can both do yoga in here.
Yeah. But we do have enough space that we can stretch out and do some exercises together.
And what do you guys use for heating and cooling in here?
The nice thing with the shuttle bus is it came with the AC unit right here, commercial AC unit. Unfortunately, we have to run the bus to get the AC. So when we're driving, if it's super hot, we'll drive for a little bit and then set up camp and just go to sleep.
Okay.
And it stays cool enough. We also drilled holes in the floor to allow airflow and then run the max air fan. So that's really nice. And it keeps us, we rarely needed the AC at night. Like one or two nights we needed it.
Okay.
And then we have a gas buddy heat. And what I've really been loving recently is the electric heat pads. So I think next purchase will be some USB blanket. Yeah, so under here, it was just an old coffee table that now hauls like all our tools and all our storage underneath. It's a really nice just system to have. Extra storage space. We can also use this as a bench if you want to sit up in here. This was especially useful before we had that bench. These are 20-gallon bins, just covered up with tapestries. We actually have an inflatable double-person kayak and snorkeling gear in there mostly, and extra clothing storage.
The other thing we did, we had some friend just recently who helped us paint these onto our curtains. So we just had blackout curtains, and we actually took an old bed sheet and painted a design on this one, another one over here, just to add some more color and lighten it up, as opposed to the black curtains. Just ended up painting a white sheet and then stitched it to the curtains.
How'd you paint that? Spray paint?
It's fabric paint used as watercolors. So using
cool.
the fabric paint and then just really getting it wet, and it just kind of seeps its way through.
Oh, that is incredible. So how do you guys use the restroom and stay clean in your van?
Well, we prefer not to use the restroom in the van, actually, for to be able to go other places if we need to. We do a lot of time in the forest where we can, you know, safely dig and bury what we need to, or public restrooms when we're in town. But yeah, we do have a 5-gallon bucket that we use for composting toilet when we need to. As far as staying clean, we thought about putting a shower in, but it was going to be a lot of work, and we ended up just usually go with sponge baths, or you have.
It's a 12-volt USB rechargeable pump that you can set in a bucket of water that you can warm up on the stove.
Is this the first RTR you've been to?
It is, yeah.
Excellent. What do you guys think of it so far?
I love it. I love the community and the coming together of everyone of like mindset, learning to live simply and getting tips and tricks from other people living on the road.
So how long did it take you to build it out?
Couple months off and on. Basically, it was had a wheelchair lift in the back and 14 passenger wheelchair lift bus.
Oh wow.
So the main thing was taking out the seats in the wheelchair lift.
It's a very simple build. We've added onto it in the last month. Finally built ourselves a closet and a window bench storage unit. But other than that, it was things we've had, so it's all recycled.
So how, because you used a lot of recycled stuff and things you had lying around the house, how much do you think that build cost you?
You have the numbers.
The build cost about $8,000 total, and that's getting this solar electrical system, everything that we furnished into it, and that's replacements, and that's camping gear and everything included.
Okay, and then that doesn't include the bus itself.
The bus itself was about 14.
So really, I mean, for $23,000, you now have a home to live in.
Yes.
You've been on the road 18 months. What is it that you do for work or for fun, or like, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, we both started teleworking, so we were both teleworking due to COVID and ended up quitting this last year. So Nate was done in January, I was done in April, and since then it's been really a do what we want. It's been kind of a vacation time. We have since started a company called Connection Progression, where we help people connect to themselves, others in the universe. We're both trained yoga facilitators. We do that together.
Oh wow.
We've been doing a lot of yoga. A lot of what we do together is we found a lot of things that we enjoy doing together, having fun, staying in shape, and being outdoors. A lot of partner yoga things, and we've really enjoyed it, and it really helped our relationship. So we try to share that with other people.
So we have a 200 amp hour lithium ion phosphate battery, and we have two 200-watt flexible solar units up on the top roof. And then I had, from my Class C, I had a 100 amp hour battery and a portable solar panel that has since broke. So it's now just the 100 amp hour battery sits here, the 200 amp hour there. If I need to charge the 100 amp hour, I can either take it out and plug it in directly to the solar unit, or we actually have a wire ran to turn on the inverter and charge it directly.
Oh,
The 100 amp hour battery is currently set up to run the max air fan and some lighting, USB lighting.
So you just have 2 little systems.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. And because we didn't ask this earlier, what is the year, make, and model of your shuttle bus?
2012, a Ford E350 turtle top.
Okay, and is it gas engine then?
It's gas. Yeah.
Okay, and what kind of gas mileage do you get in this?
Between 10 and 11 miles per gallon.
All right, that's not so bad for, you know, the size of this rig. How long is it?
It's I think 21-foot bumper to bumper,
Yes.
and then we have the hitch with the bikes on the back, adding a couple more feet to it.
All right.
We can fit in a lot of parking spots, especially if we have room to back in. We can fit in most parking spots.
And I also say that we've traded gas for our utility use. Like when we were in houses, we had to pay our water and sewer and electric. Now we pay our gas bill.
Yep, that's a perfect way of thinking about it.
Nate and Sunshine, thank you guys so much for opening your home to us and showing us all around. We really appreciate it.
It's been our pleasure, Brian.
Now, if people wanted to follow your adventures or learn more about your connection progression, how can we reach you?
We're connectionprogression.us and also at Connection Progression on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
All the social
All
medias.
the social media.
Okay, well, I look forward to checking it out and learning more about that. Folks out there, what did you think of their build? What was your favorite part? We'd love to hear in the comments below. If you got anything out of today's video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, we'll see you all down the road. So long, guys.